nervous?
No. Are you?
No.
I'm never nervous. Very seldom am I nervous. Nervous about the state of America. A little nervous about that.
Hey,
Hi.
folks. Hi. We're just waiting for things to kick in here, but Annette and I are trying something different today. We're in a real live studio.
And we're alive.
Yeah. This is not like me and you on the deck.
No, this is going to be an adjustment.
Yeah.
Look, we have...
Well, graphics. That's how you spell our names.
This is serious, Corey.
Oh, yeah. So welcome to this little launch pad for the Psychic and the Sidekick. I am your host, Corey Cougar of Bridge Cape Ann. She's the Psychic, Annette Dion, and I am the Sidekick. And we are actually just testing things out at our friend's studio. It's called Streamography, if you want to look up Streamography online, because I'm about to be displaced from my home studio, my office studio.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So,
how does it feel?
Well, that's why we're here.
You'll be like a vagabond walking the streets?
Yeah. Yeah, like my old days.
With your Santa hat?
Yeah. Well, I can accept handouts better this way. So anyway, that's what we're doing.
That's
so we're
true.
just
You
testing
can ring a
things
bell.
out. Oh, hey, Rose. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing?
Corey, you know, you can ring your bell.
Oh, yeah.
do
Explain the
Santa hat,
bell.
And this is from one of my fans, and unfortunately, I did not get her full name. She didn't put a return address.
It blows my mind how many people do that. They send us
They're
stuff.
anonymous, so it means they're not looking for credit. They're not looking for kudos. They're not looking for special treatment, which is, really generous. Our fans are so generous.
They're so nice. Oh, look, Wildflower Wind, Maggie G, Mary. How's everyone doing
wow.
today? Good. Now, look, hold on. Don't you dare start looking at the live chat.
What's so funny is I feel like we're just goofing around, and I forgot we were live.
Yeah. Oh no, these are real people in real time, making magic happen.
All right.
So we should say. So it's good to see you again, Annette.
Good to see you.
Busy
Live.
time of year, right?
Well, not for me. I didn't do anything. What did you do?
Well, we did the family thing, that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what Annette and I are trying to do is we're testing the new digs here because we're probably this winter going to do some of our shows from this very spot, not far from us in downtown Gloucester, which is great. And so we have a crew on hand, and they're also going to help us work on the eventual home studio that we have at Bridge Cape Ann later on in 2023. But anyway, what we thought we'd do is, of course, is the end of the year. People are looking forward to 2023. We have all our prediction shows happening. So just this week alone on our channel, we are going to be replaying all kinds of prediction shows, including the one we're going to do tonight live. So anyway, here is our latest schedule. Tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, you will see the replay of Annette's New Year's Eve prediction show from last year.
Yep.
And then immediately following that at 7 p.m., you and I go live tonight.
And the one from last year is me and you, right?
Right.
That you're going to play. Okay.
Yeah. And that's just the two of us tonight at 6 p.m., so you can tune in for that. And immediately after, at 7 p.m., our live show tonight begins. It'll be another one of our long, marathon sessions, as always. And then, here's a treat for you. Thursday night at 7 p.m., I actually found the prediction show we did from 2020.
Oh my goodness.
For the year 2021.
Have you watched it?
No. It looks and sounds like
haven't
crap,
watched
but
any
it's
of
really good, I bet. Now, so anyway, so that'll be Thursday night.
Do you think it's that bad?
Well, I mean, look at now that you have a real microphone and lights and a studio, isn't this
we're
different?
moving up in the world, everybody. Look, it's happening.
We're worried about
my visualization is coming true.
Yeah, we're normally just watching my mastiff pee in the backyard behind us.
Yeah. You should invite Bubba over.
Yeah, or plaster falling off the walls in our offices.
Bring him next time.
Yeah, so we've definitely upped the ante. And then Friday night, what?
Where were we in 2020? Were we at your house?
Yeah, it was like a Zoom thing. We weren't. It was remote.
Zoom thing. Okay.
Which I didn't know. So that's Thursday night at 7 p.m. And then Friday night at 7 p.m., we're going to replay the Linda G and Annette New Year's prediction show from last year as well. We did that this last Friday, and that went really well. So we're going to replay that for you again. And then Saturday night, 7 p.m., we're going to replay tonight's live show. So anyway, every night, 7 p.m. on, you'll see stuff, except tonight, you can actually watch the New Year's Eve prediction show from last year before, and then I come back to you live. So anyway, I know that's a lot. But
that is a lot.
Yeah, and that's all in our community tab, too, if you want to see that schedule. So anyway, Spirits Beyond the Stars, hello. Niru, Miss Anonymous, Amy, how are you? Maura, good to see everybody today. Yeah, how do you like? Yeah, let us know what you think about the look and the sound. Like a crew, very professional.
Wow.
Looking happy and healthy.
What are you
People
guys
love
doing?
the desk.
Don't you guys work?
No. Dion, jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Already.
I'm just kidding.
You can't help
'cause,
herself.
I mean, what am I doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're not getting
don't
paid
work,
for
we
this.
just
No one's getting paid for this today.
We don't work. We just goof off.
Yeah. So yeah, people like the background on the desk. That's great. Yeah, they do a good job here. So we're looking forward to doing some shows for you. Now, what we're gonna do is actually, I went live last night, fielded a bunch of questions from folks. I figured we'd do a sample of those tonight for everybody. Maybe we'll take some live questions from you as well out there today. And we're just testing things out. And then tonight you can catch us live for the real shebang, right?
I think the moon is in Aquarius.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What tells you that?
Well, because it feels like, this is very Aquarian. We're, groundbreaking or doing something new. We're being innovative. It's very Aquarian. And going into the new year, this is, new beginnings. Aquarius is a fixed sign. So whatever happens here is probably going to stay. You know what I mean? We'll get it happening for, the long haul.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
It's in Pisces. Well, it should be in Aquarius by now. Well, it's
going to Aries.
okay. It's it was in Aquarius.
oh, it was? Okay.
We were
Yeah.
leading up to this. Planning.
Time is flying, and today, oh my gosh, today it was like, wait, it's 11 o'clock already. Plus, I don't usually work this early.
Well, first of all, you wake up around the crack of noon usually.
No, I do not. I'm up at 6.
Oh.
You have the stereotypical idea
Of you?
of artists? Yeah.
Artists and musicians.
Just because you're an artist doesn't mean that you sleep in.
But usually.
I get up and I walk.
Yeah, you're still doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see you every morning.
Yeah, I get up
usually.
and walk every single day.
Well, so
I missed a few days. We had that big storm, and it was
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 days later. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to get out.
yeah.
But it was frigid for those few days in that storm, and I did a Friday Night Live, and I ended it with my own community card on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And the last card that I pulled was the 3 of Swords. So one of the last things I said on Friday was, some people aren't going to make it home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And little did I know, it was kind of literal. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tough time in a few spots in the country, especially with the extreme weather.
Man,
What's
you
going
gotta do
on?
something about that.
Oh, you want to start with a community card?
Sure.
Get us going? Cool.
All right. So,
Oh, how you doing? Hi, Dottie. Good to see you.
our assistant over here in the wings is telling us that the moon is in Aries now, or is it in...
It's in Pisces.
It's in Pisces, but it's going into Aries.
Tonight-ish tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
This is what happens when you have a crew, is people start barking at you from off camera. and
Yeah,
off mic.
it's good. We need the references. Okay, so it was in Pisces. It was in Aquarius yesterday. In Pisces now. Pisces, I did mention that in my video. Pisces is about being meditative and being. It's a good time to do this kind of work. So let's.
Look at this. You didn't even drop your cards this time. Look, you have a
No,
table.
it does help. This makes a big difference.
Yep.
My table in my office has got all kinds of crystals and everything on it. All kinds of
We are
stuff.
almost perfect. Look, Christian Montone brought his wrench.
Oh, he's
Hi,
here.
Christian. Good to
Yay,
see you, buddy.
Hi.
Keep an eye on folks in there.
All the regulars are here. Okay, so the 10 of Wands, we're going to see people really hemmed in this week. I think we have this professional shot kind of thing that's going to happen.
Oh.
We
Whoa!
need sound effects.
Whoa!
Dun, dun, dun. Now,
Oh my
we're going to
God.
see some people that are really hemmed in this week. We're going to see people in the news really hemmed in, no place to turn, things getting, testy for a lot of people. It's creating a lot of angst in America because we don't know who to trust anymore. But we will see people having restrictions put on them in the mainstream, like news. We'll see stories about that. The 9 of Cups, I do see a unifying energy coming in this coming week, that we all come together as a nation and a world on, specific broad topics. Like, world peace and, we want to take care of the planet kind of thing. So we're going to see strong messages this week that are kind of universal that we're all going to focus on. I feel like 2023, by the way, is a year of addressing global climate change.
Aha.
We have to.
And folks, if you are wearing 3D glasses, you can feel my nose touch you on those tight shots. Look kind of big on this.
I don't know if
on
I've
those
ever watched a
zooms.
movie with 3D glasses.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to orientate yourself, to what's going on here. So I apologize if it looks a little awkward, but it's only 10 minutes in,
Yeah.
not even. Yeah, this is brand new to us. I'm used to having my little rickety
I know.
thing.
Snacks.
What just happened?
It's just your phone.
People
Look,
don't
someone's
call
calling
me.
for a reading.
People don't call
You
me.
can get a
This is-
reading.
My phone never rings.
PsychicannetteDion.com. Your phone never rings.
Never.
Oh, hang up.
Salem's calling.
Whoa, spooky.
Somebody in which city is calling me? So yeah, so I apologize if this looks a little bit awkward. I'm trying to adjust. I mean, I know when I do a video and I upload it on my iPad, I'm not looking into the camera. It's really complicated to figure out where to look, and so even though kind of like feeling like I'm on a different planet, I'll adjust.
Yeah, we'll adjust.
So
if you're just tuning in, hi folks, you're watching The Psychic and the Sidekick. She is a psychic, Annette Dion. I am Corey from Bridge Cape Ann, and I host this show with Annette every Wednesday evening live. But because we're in a new friends, new professional studio, we thought we'd test things out today and say hi. So I hope everyone's having a safe and happy holiday season. And we're going to be unloading a lot of New Year's prediction shows for 2023. We took some questions last night from you folks, so we're going to start with one of those now.
what do you think about the coming year?
I don't know what to think
You're
about
in
it.
close proximity to the psychic, so I'm sending you vibes.
Well, I feel like this was a year very much in flux for me, and there was a lot of uncertainty. And what I didn't appreciate about it was I felt like I was living on other people's terms.
This past year.
I don't like waiting on things. And
Oh,
waiting
so
on
you're making
people.
some resolutions.
Making some resolutions, making some changes. Taking 2023 by the horns, Dion.
Corey's a giver.
That's what I
I probably shouldn't tell people that because then they'll be asking you for
tell the
things.
world that. Yeah, what would you like,
He's
folks,
a
for
giver.
2023?
He gives his all.
Way too much
totally.
time, I know that.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
patient.
you do have
Some
to
would say
charge.
too patient.
Are you?
I don't know.
I don't think there's such a thing as too patient.
Really?
Yeah. In what way?
To the point of passivity? Do you think that could be an issue?
Yeah. We haven't agreed
What?
not over here.
I don't. You know, I already don't like the
Yeah,
idea of having a
little
crew.
bit. But I was asking you what you feel about 2023, though. I mean, so you know what you're coming off of. How do you feel about, like, if you were the psychic doing predictions?
I feel much more optimistic about 2023 than I did about 2022.
Didn't you say that last in
I say that every year.
2021?
I say that every year.
Sounds familiar.
No, but I think it's going to be, well, I think it's also a seasonal thing too, where you have all of winter in front of you, and you think things are going to get sort of darker and quieter. But I think there's this next hump of COVID we've got to get through. I think the Ukraine-Russia conflict has been such a brutal thing to follow for the past year
Yeah,
now.
it's hard.
So we're hoping for a resolution sooner than later. Those are big things. And then we're obviously in the middle of some sort of recession here in the country, and I think we're just going to be in more of a...
Listen to you, Mr. Economy Specialist.
I think so. Do we snap out of
Where'd you
those
get that
things?
from? Was that a psychic prediction?
Well, I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
It's a crystal ball.
That's it. I just, Jessica Frank's on these candles. I just huff these
Yes.
candles before we go on live.
It's not even lit. 'Cause
And it
we're
just
afraid
comes
we're
to
gonna
me.
set something off if we light it.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, it's not good when the fire department comes in the middle of,
I know.
psychic stuff.
Yeah, Jess,
It's
we were going to
happened.
light this, and then we realized
happened to
we
me
got
before.
a sprinkler head just above us, so we thought it would be
Yeah.
best to not do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to 2023.
Do you want to know what I think?
Do I have a choice? All right,
I
let
think
her
that's
rip.
why we're here.
Let her rip.
Okay, I'm just sort of tapping into what, because things pop in and then I do my best to remember them. 2023 feels like a lot of progress, a lot of fast progress in a lot of areas. Like I mentioned, global climate change. This is the year, it feels like to me, that global climate change will be addressed in massive ways. This morning I was listening to a program, you just come across like these news shows and podcasts kind of thing. I don't even know what the source was, but it was these scientists going down to Antarctica and finding, like, there are glaciers that are about to break off and melt that are going to raise the sea level by like a foot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and this is, we've been hearing this for a long time, so we do have to address this. And with this major freeze that just swept the whole, from the west to the east coast, the storm systems are getting huge. I really get that it's such, speaking of the economy, it's such damage to our economy. It's like it's causing almost irreparable damage to our economy. Like, think about Florida. How are those people rebuilding? I know Ron DeSantis has us in a news blackout about Hurricane Ian. My psychic impression says there are people that are suffering that have lost everything. How do we rebuild if we're not going to address the issue? There are things that we can do about global climate change. So it's going to be the year of addressing that. I feel like it will be the year that people get on the same page in America. Of course, I'm generalizing. It's not going to be everybody. Some people like to be contrary just for the sake of being contrary. So, but we're going to see less of the own the libs mentality. So that's in America. Anyway, but I feel like we will make progress. It'll be a year of making progress. The theme of the year, I just feel like, is just hang on, because it's going to test our patience. It's going to test our resolve, our ability to just decide how we want it to be and to kind of, stand up for that.
All right. Well said. Okay, so obviously your guides are locked in, Dion.
They're always locked in.
Are you ready for our
We do
question?
this all day and all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go, folks. Our first question comes from Eileen, who asks, and Eileen's a longtime viewer. Hi, Eileen. How are you?
Here?
I don't know if she's in there yet. I don't know. I don't think so. Annette, has Mark Meadows flipped on Trump yet? And will he?
I covered that in my video last night. Yeah, he's flipping. He's going to flip. Yep. I did a short video last night about the recent news, because so much had happened since, I post a video on Monday nights, and so much had happened since then, and since, even since Friday. So Monday I did predictions for 2023. Last night I did more like what's going on right now, and I saw Mark Meadows he's going to flip, because he's flipping out right now. Speaking of flipping, he doesn't know what to do because he's in so much trouble. It's kind of like, when he handed over all the records and the text messages, and then he walked away. He cooperated, and then he didn't cooperate with the January 6th committee. He didn't know really what to do. I mean, Mark Meadows didn't expect that this wouldn't work, that the insurrection wouldn't work. But he's complicit, and I feel like the only way that he can get an easier situation going for himself is if he tells what he knows. He's going to not tell all, but he's going to tell enough to get himself in less trouble. So, yes, he's flipping out. He's flipping out.
There you have it. Okay, thanks for the question, Eileen. Hope that helps. Our next question comes from Sharp Lisa. Sharp Lisa's always with us.
Oh, yeah, she's a good wrench wielder. There she is.
She doesn't have the wrench for us.
that's
Does she have it for your show? Or are you thinking, did you mix someone up?
No, I think she has a wrench.
Oh, she might be a moderator
on
somewhere.
mine.
Okay, so anyway, Lisa asks, Annette, I just read that the fired Twitter employees are creating a new platform. I think it's called Spill.
I told you that.
Will it knock out the other platform?
Do you remember we got in a big argument about what was going to happen with Twitter, and I said, I see another Twitter.
Well, yeah,
This is
that's
like
a slightly
weeks
different. Okay, you can play off of
This
that.
is like weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was when Elon took over and fired everyone, and somebody had a Twitter question, and I said, I see a Twitter too. I forget what we argued about.
You just like to argue
I don't
sometimes.
know. I don't know what it was. But, yeah, what are they calling it? Spill?
Spill.
I haven't heard this.
That's what Lisa says.
Did you hear about that before you got the question?
No, I've been focusing a lot on what Mastodon is up to because I work with the
I hate that
Vivaldi
name.
browser folks. What do you hate about it?
It sounds like the dinosaur era.
Yeah,
Who wants to be a dinosaur?
that's the woolly mammoth, right?
Is that what it is?
Isn't a Mastodon a woolly mammoth?
Hey, Peanut Gallery. Can we
Sorry.
Google that? Somebody Google
We're
that.
Googling. How do you spell it?
And then people can't even spell it.
By the way, Jokesters ask, will Corey drink any other beer besides Guinness in 2023? Jokester, if you send me something, I will.
No, he has. I've witnessed it.
Only if it's the specific beer that he likes above Guinness.
I like Murphy's.
Didn't you have peanut butter beer on one of our
Yeah.
summer shows?
That's Gunner's daughter. That's up in Maine.
I'll
They're
have to
good.
Wash. I don't believe it.
Peanut butter beer? Yeah.
Corey, I don't know how to spell it. I can't.
Mastodon.
It's a terrible name.
M-A-S-T.
I don't know who came up with that name.
I think it's A-D-O-N. Could be O-D-O-N. I think it's A-D-O-N.
Mastodon.
Anyway, that is a
Social
question.
platform.
Well, yeah, but it's also named after something.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Amazon, right? It used to be a rainforest.
All right, and then just to reiterate, no crew from this point forward after this show.
We're not going to have any helpers. Well, we don't usually have helpers. This is
I'm
unusual.
fired
I feel
God.
like this is I'm
Peanut
living
gallery.
life of luxury right
Man,
now.
I wanted to do a
Hell.
show with a studio audience someday. That I think we'd just be asking for a punch in the face.
So it's called Spill.
Well,
And that's what I said. I said all the people that got fired from Twitter, they have all this expertise on running a social media platform.
Mastodon is a woolly mammoth.
And yeah, where'd you get that?
Somebody in the comments.
Right there. Look.
Totally called Twitter too.
Lisa,
Thank you, Christian.
Anna Lee, Miss Anonymous.
I don't
Thank
remember
you.
what show it was. You know what I need to start doing is write down what my predictions are. Because I'm always going, remember I said that in that show, and then I can't reference what show it was.
Well, that's tough to do. But now we'll be starting to document things better. We didn't lock in the table.
I feel, I know, the earth is
I thought you were
moving.
sliding away.
Let me just see. I have a feeling that,
Go into the
that
pendulum.
it's going to take off.
Oh, holy.
What? Oh my goodness,
Look at
thank
that.
you.
Michelle Shelton.
We're rich.
Right to the tip
Thanks.
jar. Thank you, Michelle, as always. She always supports the channel like that.
Thanks.
God, now Lene can have lunch.
What's Lisa Sharp saying? You might need to introduce your new crew.
Oh, you want to see the new
Yeah,
crew?
but sometimes the behind the scenes people don't want to be on the camera.
You mean you want to see the new crew?
Oh no.
You think it's
We could
easy
do
to
that
be on
for
the
you.
camera? Most people don't like it. Let me see. I feel like the new Twitter, Spill, is it just Spill or is it something else?
It's a potential name for this new endeavor is Spill.
I like the name. Is Spill going to be a good name? Yeah, it's better than Mastodon. Did you say that's a woolly mammoth?
Somebody else did. I'll just agree.
Yeah. I mean, I learned that somewhere, science class, I think. Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to take off like a rocket. And Elon's going to be like really upset. Look at this pendulum. When it like almost bounces, you know when you get on the swing. Did you ever get on the swing?
Oh, yeah,
I do, even as an adult. Yesterday?
Look, yeah, we should have the queen say after
kinda
this show.
cold for
Let's go
swinging,
to that
don't
out
you
of the
think?
park.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's going to be like around February. We're going to hear a lot about it, and it's going to be huge. I just feel like everyone that dropped off Twitter because they were so angry, understandably so, are going to be very excited. And I do see restrictions coming up in this year, especially towards the end of this year.
Big tech restrictions?
Restrictions on, guidelines. Like, you can't just be, promoting, like, go shoot up, so-and-so. Go beat up Nancy Pelosi's husband. Go do that, Like, Carrie Lake, have you heard her lately?
There's a question about
Good
Carrie.
Lord, is that your next question?
Well, she's
I do
in
that
there.
pretty
She's in the
often.
mix, yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking about her in my readings. You can't just have that on social media. I mean, I got off of Facebook. My account's still there just to get messages and stuff, but I dropped off of Facebook because the insurrection was planned on Facebook. Like, Zuckerberg's evil. So I just got off of it, and everyone was like, they all stayed on Facebook. I mean, people that I know. You're No, it's fine. I have no judgment.
I already know.
I have no judgment.
I was
but-
just going to say, I can already tell you, Anna Lee probably just typed in for entertainment purposes only. I
What,
don't have to
about
look at the
Facebook?
live chat, and I bet she's done that.
What's wrong with that? Why do we have to
They
say
know.
that? If I just said that I dropped off because Zuckerberg did nothing about the insurrection being planned on Facebook, how can I get in trouble for that?
Nothing. I'm just
The-
saying, Annette
the
knows how to.
views
She can take
expressed-
your temperature better than anybody.
The views expressed on this channel are strictly
Ah,
mine,
yeah. See, look at you. Wow.
but I'm entitled to my own opinion.
Everything's coming up, Dion, in 2023. I like it.
He always we're talking about saving the earth, and he's like, the views expressed on this camera.
Are you just going to talk to Lene after the
I
show?
can't help it. If you don't agree
Jeez.
with me, I'm going to talk to her.
Oh,
Next.
man. All right. Well, anyway, Lisa, I think that answered your question, but we appreciate
With
that.
a Twitter question.
Yeah. It was a good
yeah,
one.
Yeah, but I had answered that months ago.
All right. Ready for the next one?
I am.
Okay. Our next question comes from Jackie Lynn, who's always with us. She's always in my live chats on Tuesday nights. Annette, what do you think of Trump's taxes being released midday today? It's happening right now as we
I
speak.
thought it was going to be Friday.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I heard Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Did you hear? Sorry, if someone's in the room, I'm going to be talking to them too.
I picked up on that.
I'm sociable like that.
Yeah.
Plus,
good.
I never see people.
Yeah, see?
I mean, except
been missing
virtually.
it, right?
Except virtually. Yeah, I love to socialize. I just don't want to catch anything. That's all.
Oh, we're going to the cards?
Yeah, repeat the question.
What do you think of Trump's taxes being released?
Being released. Well, what really the question is what will the response be, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think it's good that they'll be released, don't you?
Yeah.
It's about time. I just want everyone to understand that our democracy is hobbling on one leg right now. Because the President of the United States is supposed to divulge, he's supposed to hand over his tax returns. And he was able to rig the system so that, the IRS covered up for him and he didn't release his tax returns. How many times were we waiting? Were we like, okay, all right, what is it going to be?
It
This
kept getting
year, is it
punted
gonna
and
be-
punted and punted.
And that he actually got in office without us seeing what kind of nefarious business he was up to. I feel like people are going to be, see, this is what I was mentioning earlier in the community cards was, I feel like people are going to come together because we can come together with, oh my gosh, nobody wants to pay a ton of taxes, do you? It's not fun.
I try not
Writing
to ever pay.
big check for it's like I worked hard for this, and he just stole from the American people. He's been stealing. Like one thing that came up in my reading last night was the Seven of Swords, again and again and again. I kept shuffling them, Seven of Swords, shuffling them, Seven of Swords, which is the card of the thief. We are being stolen from, hand over fist, continuously. So this is going to bring more people to the side of we don't like him because this isn't fair. When it comes to no fairsies, they're not going to be on his side. So that's what I'm picking up is going to happen. But we'll pick some cards, and that along with the January 6th committee, there will come a time that the only people that are going to be on board with him are the people that are really mentally, not quite there, and they can. It's the cult mind, The way that people get into a cult mind is that they are gullible. That's how they get into that. So there will be a segment of the population that's just gullible and will just go along and we want Trump, but most people, the larger percentage, are going to be upset that he's done what he has. It's going to be challenging. I mean, because, Fox is not going to know what to say either. How can they hide that? I do see international criminal financial crimes. I do see that in the tax returns. I don't think he's going to be able to redact that. So that's a card of challenges. This will be challenging, and this is a theme for 2023 too. It will be challenging. The Five of Wands is a card that comes up when it's like challenging but worth it. Worth the effort and I always think about that card as like, it's like you decide to train for the marathon and you really, really, really want the end goal, but the tedium of getting up at the crack of dawn and training and all that and all the hard work that you have to do is tough. This is the toughness of it. This is the hard part. But in the end, when you run the marathon or whatever it is, you cross the finish line and you're like, it was worth it, that feeling. So we have to know that the things that need to happen in this country are not going to come easy. But we do have to fight for him and it will be worth it. He will be, honestly, he's just going to be viewed as scum of the earth.
Oh boy.
A lot of people are going to be thinking of him that way. This is Letitia James. He's going to be sunk financially. Oh, no, we're trying to adjust to this. Is it this way? Everything's backwards.
We shouldn't have split that giant bag of cotton candy with the crew before the show.
Yeah,
little
where's
jumpy.
Where's our sugar? I should have brought
Yeah.
the Peeps. I had them. I was looking at the Peeps going, should I bring them? Should I not bring them? I
Oh,
didn't
no
bring 'em.
kidding. I forgot.
I didn't
Tonight
bring
we'll
'em.
do those.
So I guess you go this way. Yeah, it's opposite. This is Letitia James. He's sunk financially. And I've been saying for a long time, he doesn't
It's a good looking camera shot.
doesn't have any money.
Cool, cool. All right. Well, thanks for the question, Jackie Lynn. That was a good one. Ready for another one?
Are we doing this again tonight?
Yeah, we're the same. It's going to be the same question.
What are we, nuts?
I know. Well, we can stop short. It's already noon.
No, we'll go another. How about if we go 20 minutes or something?
You have to
Because
ask
we don't want to give away all the answers if we're doing another show tonight.
You want to take some live questions instead? We can
Let's,
save these for tonight.
Let's do 3 more questions.
All right, 3 more questions. Well, here's not an easy one, but sort of a broad enough
A lot
question.
of questions in the chat.
Well, there's just a lot of comments in the chat.
I saw a question
Yeah,
about Greg Abbott.
you can take it if
I
you
think
want.
I answered that last night in my video.
Shockwave is asking, will Abbott ever face the music over migrant and power grid issues?
Here's the thing about doing readings. This is the honest truth. After I do a video, if I can, not the long ones, I can't get through the whole thing, but after I do a video, I watch the video. And the reason that I watch the video is because I don't know what I said. And it's not because I'm losing my mind, it's because I'm in a different,
No, it makes perfect
I'm in
sense.
psychic brain, and it's
Right.
like, I don't know what I channeled just then. And more often than I'm like, really? Wow.
No, I'm with you 100%.
That's
Because even
what
when I
happened?
joke, I don't know what I'm saying. It just comes out.
He's channeling. You must be channeling like,
Yeah, he's a comedian. He channels his jokes.
he channels, yeah, Charlie
They
Chaplin. or
just
something.
run through me.
Channeling Chaplin. All right. So yeah, let's do a few more. I did answer that about Greg Abbott, and I'm just trying to remember what I said. The people of Texas do have to, this situation in Texas is like, if you live in Texas, get people to rally for ousting Greg Abbott. He got in through all the gerrymandering and voter suppression, and as did DeSantis, as did many of them. But he's holding the state of Texas hostage. And what's happening nowadays is that we don't really have a frame of reference for this type of thing. And so we're gradually, hopefully enough of us, waking up to, what he's doing is fascism. The way he's behaving is, it's criminal. It's creating suffering. He's not addressing what's going on with the power grid. I told people months ago. Remember when the power grid went down? Mm-hmm. You guys need to rally because nothing's being done about it. So this will be a time that it's up to the people to speak out and to oust him. I do think that Beto won. Energetically, I picked up on more people being for Beto. So when I say there was, the election wasn't legit, I'm referring to the voter suppression. So.
Alrighty.
Hang on, because
Here we go.
I'm going to choose 3 cards about Abbott. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's the end for him. By the way, I should probably say these are the Cosmic Tarot cards because I'm having some issues with copyrights,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm getting copyright claims on my, not these videos, but, kind of a music thing.
I'm telling you right now, Annette, in
This is
2023,
the Cosmic Tarot.
we need to come up with our own deck. Can someone help us with that?
Well,
Annette and I should have our own deck of tarot
I got my
cards.
niece to make a lunar calendar. Just sell
That's a
that.
start.
Yeah, so
we
we're
have 78
warming
cards
up.
to go.
We're warming up. The lunar calendar for 2023 will be on my website by this afternoon. The 2 of Swords is this is exactly what I was referring to. Texas is being held hostage. The 2 of Swords is like, hang on, everyone, we're trying to figure this out. Because there's a delay, too.
There you go.
Now
Annette.
you see it, now you don't. Yeah, so 2 of Swords is a stalemate. People in Texas, these are not good cards. The Death card is like there's no. We're at the end of the road here in Texas. We're at the end of the road. There's the energy is anything anyone can work with. This is the card of oppression. And I tell people, you might think that I'm being all conspiratorial saying, they're fascists. Look it up. People are angry. It's the anger that's going to mobilize people. Anger is not a bad thing.
Anger is a gift.
A lot of good things have come from
Zach
anger.
De La Rocha, Rage Against the Machine.
Oh,
What?
really? I have
Lene,
not
don't laugh
heard
at
that
that.
one. What's the name of the song?
That is accurate as a gift. That might be Freedom. The cover of Freedom.
I'm looking that up.
Look that up.
I don't think I
folks.
know that song.
We did get another question from Michelle Shelton, who's just
Donated?
lavishly supported the channel
Which has
just a little while back.
helped this, right? Which is
This is why we're here.
creating this. Thank you, guys. Let's hear it. Let's
This is why we're
see.
here.
Does a bell come through?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
No,
through
actually
that
they
well.
told us they could hear the bell.
Yeah. I was telling Corey this bell has Ganesh on it, the remover of obstacles.
What else does it have on
I'm
it?
removing your obstacles. It has a bottle opener. Do you want it? You want it, huh?
I think it's cool. I just think it's so funny. All right, so
2 more?
Michelle has asked,
Okay.
when will we have a female president? This is the States.
That question is upsetting to me because it should have happened by now.
You can answer that.
It should have happened by now. I don't even see it in 2024.
Go on the pendulum.
America's.
Get this, guys. Zoom in on the pendulum.
America's so backwards on that front. It's bad.
Oh, people are going to love this.
I don't feel it in 2024. It should happen. It should have happened with Hillary if Putin didn't interfere. By the way, that's not conspiracy either. That's factual. I'm just making a point that that's the Mueller report. And you don't have to say the views on this channel.
Better place. That's my better place.
If it's factual, you don't have to say. You don't like. Why would you have to cover yourself if it was factual?
I hear you.
Okay, just checking. Is there going to be a female president in our lifetime?
Start easy.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, that was probably a bad question.
Yeah,
That's
Michelle.
a no.
Would you like a refund, Michelle?
That's a no. Well, that's not the best question because whose lifetime?
Well, you said hour.
Okay, so
It could be-
everybody in this room,
Oh my God, poor
I don't know,
Renee.
the way that medical advances are going, we should live to 120.
What?
We got a long ways
wants
to
to?
go. Will there be a female president? And I'm asking the question in a different way. Will there be a female president in the United States in the next 12 years? Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I know, it's bad.
Sorry.
Do you know that back thousands and thousands of years ago, women were in charge?
Yeah, the things turned out fine.
Atlantean, Lemurian, and then some natural disaster wiped those civilizations off the map. So.
How about will a really effeminate man be president someday?
Like what? Pete Buttigieg?
Annette?
Well, I thought that's what you meant. Like
know.
somebody who's gay.
Well, we're not going to have a woman. What's the next best thing? Could it be someone on that LGBTQ
will a
tip?
gay man or a trans person be president? No.
Well.
I mean, are we really? Is it really only going to be
Straight white guys,
a
baby.
straight white man? No. So
Oh.
we'll probably have an African American.
What?
What? Have you heard of the name of Barack Obama?
He's coming back?
No, I don't think you can run for president again, right? You can't after you've done 8 years. I think there's a, not that we're abiding by the Constitution anymore. Apparently, that's not what we're doing. I mean, there's this guy Santos that lied totally in New York, totally lied about everything to do with his identity. We'll get into that tonight. Stay tuned. It's a little teaser.
Oh, I keep forgetting. We have like a 7-hour show tonight.
I know. That's why I had to remind you. Because we kind of get on this roll and we lose track of time. And
Yeah.
it's like, we're doing this again tonight, Corey. Okay. Are we going to have an African-American president? Yeah. I'm thinking Hakeem Jeffries.
Whoa.
I could see that. I could see he has, there are certain people that are in office or, political people that you see in the limelight, and they do the Obama thing. I mean, they sort of, I don't know if it's conscious, but the way that they're measured in their speaking, their mannerisms.
Yeah, well, no matter what you think of Obama, he was a great orator.
Oh, I always listen to him. Every single speech. I was like, oh, Obama's on tonight. I want to listen to him. And then came Trump. Polar
People are like
opposite.
that with us.
Polar
If they
opposite.
know we're coming on. They do the same thing.
No way. Really? You
Some,
think?
yeah.
Well, they're showing up in the middle of the day.
I know.
You might have something there. Would it be Hakeem Jeffries? I'm getting affirmative on that. Yeah, that's actually a strong yes.
There you have it.
That is optimistic. Nice, we like it. It needs a little bell.
What do you want to do? You want to do one more question?
Yeah,
on
let's
that?
do one more and then keep them guessing. How can we keep them guessing about, you got to come back tonight because, and tell your friends. This is like our ad.
Well, you want to do how about something broad?
This is like our trailer.
Well, let's do end.
Broad's fine.
Okay. Will the war in Ukraine end in 2023? So the next question we want to say. This is Jamie Johnson now.
If people listen to my videos, I've been talking about this for a long time.
Well, assume they haven't. Assume they haven't.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm saying that's, I've answered it on the show too, right? Was that your general question?
Yeah, but I don't think that, even though things seem repetitive, right? If we get the same sorts of
us,
questions,
right.
I just think like so much happens within, even from a day to a week that we do a show, that, people feel like they either need a reinforcement or,
And one thing is true, energies do shift and change. And I keep saying January, the end of January, the beginning of February. And I'm thinking, is it this year coming? Look at it, it's shaking. Yeah. There's a lot of energy. The end of January, the beginning of February. I don't think it's sustainable financially. Like he's running out of military equipment. He's running out of support. And I've always said that I see Putin being overthrown. 3 cards about that.
all right.
And you said you had another important question?
No, we have 1,000 questions.
Okay.
People are asking in the chat, but we want to button things up here.
That's Putin. Yeah, he can't compete with the money of NATO. And the Princess of Wands. For some reason, I always see a female influence on Putin that causes him to lose power. So, and I don't know if that's symbolic, but
I know.
I mean, I don't think he listens to his daughters or anything. Let me see. Is that an actual female influence?
Go on to the pendulum.
No, it's not. It's symbolic. Does it have to do with protective energy around Ukraine? That's interesting. Because I associate Ukraine with and I think early on when Putin attacked Ukraine, I was talking about how Ukraine's sort of icon is Mother Mary. And I think that that's what that represents. Like Ukraine has like this feminine energy. Ukraine is like the bread basket. It's real feminine energy. And that energy is protective of Ukraine from the etheric, you know. And there's an emblem on the Ukrainian soldiers' uniform. I don't know if they still have it, but it's like Mother Mary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can look it up.
Interesting. She reminds me, we're due for another interview with Svetlana, a Ukrainian friend.
Oh, yeah, and I was
We're in
needing to
touch.
get her information to donate before the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. So we still have that Amazon wish list link that we can share at some point.
Is it in the description?
It's not for her videos. It is in the description because we didn't know if the link was going to change and then be broken if people went back and saw the old videos.
Oh, right.
But I think she's just updated that list, so it should still work, folks.
And is it just a wish list for like clothes and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not money.
Right.
Okay.
Right. If they use money, it's to buy medical supplies once they're in Poland or Romania, because
Right.
it's cheaper there and then easier for them to transport across the border. Anyway, we can only say so much before things get weird with that. So anyway, but Svetlana's doing okay, so we're hoping to catch up with her soon. She's been demonstrating all over the world. So there's that. Of course, we're going to answer more questions about the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Tonight, if you're watching live, do we want to end with any sort of community card or?
I think we should end with a teaser.
Go right ahead.
I'm trying to think of one.
Oh.
You have to come back and watch because, like what they do for the programs and
Yeah. So don't forget. So tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, watch the replay of the New Year's prediction show that Annette and I did last year for 2022. See how her answers measured up, right?
yeah.
It was good. It was good. Trust me.
I do remember some of it.
And then and that's about an hour long. And then so that's at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then directly following that at 7 p.m. Annette and I will be live tonight. I'll have my pretty little background on Zoom. It can't hold the candle to this setup, but
Yeah.
that's how we're gonna make do for now.
When are we coming back here?
I don't know. Maybe next week we can do the show.
Okay, we'll have to check with
Well,
the authorities.
Here's the tough thing, though. It's like we like to do our show evenings in prime time.
Yeah.
And, our
Well, they're artist types.
producer director back there,
Bring
Andrew,
a six-pack.
Andrew Mel, like they don't,
I'll
they.
make some pizza or something.
I know. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll bring dinner here and do a show. We'll have to
We
talk
can
to the crew.
coerce them.
Yeah. So we want to thank our wrenches as always, right? Annalie Finch and Christian Montone. I don't know if Thankful Mom was in. She was back last night with us, which is great. So we're glad that she's on the mend, right? There was a rough holiday season for her. So it's good to start. And then we want to thank our crew here, right? Your couch friend, Lene Stewart, who's here.
Your official name is.
Yeah, who have you have talked to for the last hour?
It's like in the late shows, they have their sidekick. That's what it feels like.
That is my title,
That's-
literally. And
What?
He
Sidekick?
bounced out.
Yeah.
Well, two sidekicks.
that didn't take much.
There can be two sidekicks.
And then we have two men.
And a couple more in the other room.
We have two men behind the curtain. Not just a man, we have two men, Matt McMakin and Andrew Nicastro, in this Andrew Nicastro studio here, which is called Streamography. And especially, we do have some locals following us. If you want to do a podcast in this very place
Yes.
with my and Annette's DNA still on the furniture, you can do that right here.
Definitely,
in
that's a
Gloucester.
selling point for sure. Andrew recorded my entire Tarot at the Castle 8-week class.
At Hammond Castle last year, yeah.
And I'm working on the logistics of getting that to be available to people that they can purchase that whole class. It's
Yeah.
16 hours. That we were just doing a community card. So this is stay tuned because I think tonight we can go do a deep dive into what the January 6th committee report is what's gonna transpire from that. This is a Six of Swords.
They have it, folks.
The balancing act.
Lots of swords. Lots of
Yeah.
swords.
And 2023 to me, balancing act feels appropriate as a kind of a label for how it will be.
Yeah.
So this was interesting.
It was fun. I liked it
really
a lot.
fun.
It was good. Try to keep
Yeah.
up with the chat the best we could. We'll check. Yeah, we can't show you Bubba. We didn't bring Bubba with us. Sorry about
I don't know
that.
if dogs are allowed, are they?
No, I wouldn't bring that guy in here. That'd be a horror show.
He has a lot of drool.
Yeah.
He's a drooler.
But we want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch us today. And always, it means a lot to us. It's been great. We can't wait to share all these New Year's prediction show with you. So don't forget, tonight at 6, last year's New Year's show. Annette and I are back with you live at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night, the 2021 prediction show airs at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday night, last year's prediction show with Linda G and Annette is going to replay.
On what day is that going to be?
Friday at 7. And then
Okay.
Saturday at 7, we're going to replay whatever Annette and I do live tonight. So there you go. So every night this week, we have something
I
for
hope
you.
y'all wrote that down because I can't follow it
It's
all.
a lot.
And Friday, I do my Friday Night Live news thing.
Yeah.
My PNN. So at the same time, you're running.
Well, that's
your-
okay.
I have people all the time going, Corey's on now too.
I usually go on Tuesdays and
Split screen.
Wednesdays, but I figured because the end of the year, and I didn't know we had those other older prediction shows. So I was scrubbing through my YouTube channel, like, oh my God, we have 4 of these?
Did we do one in 2019?
No, not
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay.
No, we didn't. So anyway, so
We
there is
did
that.
kind of predict the pandemic. Remember the Four of Swords kept coming up, and I'm like, I don't know, people are tired or something. I don't know what's going on here.
We'll have to deal with that right through January 2024, like you said.
Yeah, like I said, I think we're as long as you're careful, we'll be okay.
There
Don't
you
go
have it.
around, don't go around like sucking in everybody's air.
But first things first, we have 2022 to button up. So we hope you guys can join us tonight. Thanks again to the crew here at Streamography. And thanks for your time. It was cool that you could pop in for a little bit today.
Yeah,
That was fun.
fun.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for now. We will see you in just a few hours here at Bridge Japan. Thanks for all the thumbs up, all the subs. We've seen a lot of new handles in the live chat lately. It's an awesome community, so get comfortable in there. And hopefully we get to know all of you even a little bit better this evening for the live show at 7 p.m. So until then,
All right.
for the Sidekick, I am the Sidekick. Adios for now.
We're ramping it up in 2023.
Oh, we
We off
faded
the
to
air?
black.